Hello, everybody. Hello. How is everybody doing? I hope all is well with you. Yes, I have been out here doing some things. I apologize. People don't, people know when things are going on and they just don't respect your space or your time. I apologize for that. But, anyways, how's everybody doing? I hope all is well with everybody. It's been a minute. How have you been doing? Drop it in the feed below. Tell me how you're doing. What have you been up to? And if you have not noted, or if you didn't notice, today is all about what does success look like for you. I brought together, as you see above me, sorry, Vision Made magazine, and I'm bringing them together today. Vision Made magazine, as well as What's Next podcast for women. So I want you to know how it feels to be successful. And know what I've been through and what I'm going through and what's coming up, what's my what's next, or what's the team's what's next. So as I'm going through it, I want to know, what are you guys doing? What is your what's next? Or better yet, what does your success look like and how does it feel? And you know what today is? It's Win Wednesday, right? So hi Chanel, thank you for joining. So as you all know or may not know, I've been getting a lot of messages on or why What's Next podcast for women. Why is it here? What is it about? Why was it birthed and everything else? So I'm going to tell you what it all is about and why is it here. So I'm still working corporate. And one day I was going to work, I worked at corporate and I was sitting at a desk, and I just kept thinking, is this it? Is this it for me? I apologize. Is this it? What is my what's next? Right. And I didn't know. I honestly did not know what my what's next and what to expect. And I thought, this was it. I'm working for someone else. I was making someone else's dream. Not knowing and not even paying attention to my what's next and paying attention to my dreams. So I really had an emotional breakdown. I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be transparent with you. I was so emotional. I had to literally sit back and think about myself. Here I am over 50 and I'm working for someone else and making someone else's dreams happy that I forgot about my own. And so I even asked a couple women in the office, what is your what's next? What do you see yourself doing? And a lot of them were like, well, I wish I had some more money. What if what if I had money? I would do something else. Then there was, I don't even know where to even begin at. Hey, Elisa, thank you for joining. What I don't even know where to begin. I've got so many of that. And a lot of them were even saying, I see you doing some things. How did you do it? And so that was the reason why What's Next podcast for women was created, because I want women such as myself and many more around the world to come to a place and know that you have a community and a support system here to help you get to your what's next. And it can be done. Hey, Adrian, thank you for joining. It can be done. You just have to circle yourself with the right tribe and you have to circle yourself with the right attitude. Once you have those two, you're sure for success. Is the road going to be hard? Absolutely. Is it going to be bumpy? Sure. But as long as you have those two in your corner, you got this. I promise you. Look, okay, wrong finger. Look, it's the proof in the pudding. So the reason why I wanted to bring these two together, right? I did it because I wanted to know how much work it had went into creating these babies. The newest baby is the magazine that's above my head. And it was a lot of work. You have the doubt of, can you do it? Then you also have the doubt of, is anyone even going to look at it? You're so excited when you have thousands of people looking at it, or even better, let me bring it down. How about this? 150 people looked at my first magazine. That is the first one. That's the the blue and black one. I was amazed at 150 people had looked at the magazine. Then the second one, 200 to 300 people have looked at the magazine. And so right there, I knew I was on the right path. Do I still face the doubts? Absolutely. Do I face the fears? I do. And so I'm going to tell you how I did it all, but I want you all to understand, been there, done that, and I'm here to support you. So that's a little bit about me and how these two have merged together. So again, today is, how does success look for you, or how are you doing? And it's Win Wednesday. I know you have a win, so drop it in the feed below and tell me what your win for this week. Or if you would even like to come on and talk about your win, we can do it today. Because today is a special day, right? Because I'm bringing the two together so you can hear how they both have merged and become one, or merged to become who they are, which is the podcast and the magazine. So that's it in a nutshell. But yes, I would love for anybody who wants to join me, come on in. I would love to hear your win. You can even be my co-host for this evening. Hello, Melissa. Thank you for joining. So with that being said, so let me talk a little bit about the fear. How does success look to me now? It's scary. It is so scary that I'm always up at crazy time of the nights trying to wrap my mind around, okay, this is huge. I have to set my goals. Before I even can set the goals, though, understand it's all about the mindset. Everyone's like, it's that much mindset? It is that much mindset. And so I really do a lot of mindset work, making sure that I'm in tuned on not what I want, but what you want. I did that. And the reason why I wanted to stress that is because what I used to do was I used to always think, oh, if I want it, everybody wanted. That was not true, you guys. I was speaking and no offense. I was not taking your voice away. I felt I was your voice when I really wasn't. I really was taking your voice away. So yes, Elisa, it is scary. But let me tell you, after I had to move myself out, start talking to some individuals on, what do you want? What is your what's next? What do you see for yourself? How does success look to you? Once I started asking everybody else around me, then I got it. So I'm saying this, those of you who are out here doing your thing and rocking it, I commend you. But know this, that don't take your client, your customer's voice away. Know what they want by asking them. That's all you got to do is ask. And that was it. I did ask. And oh my goodness, like I said, it has become to what it is now, a huge baby. So then knowing that whose voice it is and whose voice I'm representing, whose voice I have in mind and what they're looking for, then I ask them, okay, what do you want? How can I serve you better? Because if I can serve you better, then you can be served, and then we all can be served. And I believe in us going to tackle this, as I always say, we go in arm in arm, right? And I believe in us empowering each other and not tearing each other down. And then actually, I don't know if any of you have read a book, but there's a new book out, and you all know how I am. I love my books, right? So you're going to have to stay tuned, and halfway through the show, what you will hear about this book. But the book actually talks about women going hand in hand, arm in arm, and working on supporting each other. But the reason why I want to talk about that now is because we as women need to support each other more so now than ever. There's actually, I just heard, I'm a news geek. Sorry. I heard on Good Morning America that I think they said like 70% of women are out of workforce. They left the workforce because of COVID, and they're still having a hard time to getting back in, or not even knowing where to fit in. And I feel more so than ever, this is the time to do it. We lock arms together, we support each other, and we figure it out together. I don't believe in tearing each other down. And I know that is my mission. I've been saying this since I started this, that we are to support each other, and we're to build each other up and not tear each other down. So I do believe that wholeheartedly. For that reason, I'm here to support you. So let's get up and let's figure out your what's next. I know it's hard. I've been there, done that. I have this journey that I'm on, that we're on together. It was hard. It was really hard to attest to what I have to do, and I had to understand, had to pull up my big girl panties or pants, corporate pants, and understand that I can do this, but I can't do this by myself. So understand that you have a tribe, you have women here that are locking arms with you. There may not be here today, but I promise you, I have access. I have so many women that's behind me, that are supporting me, that are actually not behind me. They're walking with me in this journey, on this journey. That if I can't serve you, someone can. May it be on the left or the right of me, but one of the women are there. So I want you to know that it's so important to go out here and go after your what's next. And I know success is scary, but you can do it. So how you do it? Again, first and foremost, do the mindset work, ladies. You have to. Because as this journey is enjoyable and scary, it also can be a little lonely. You know, you have us here, but we can't be together 24/7. So you have to understand to be good with you. Not only do you have the mindset, then it's all about the game, creating a game plan, creating your vision plan. It is so important. So, what way to do it is actually the magazine, Vision Made Magazine. I have created the place where you all can read about and connect to other women that are out here doing their what's next. And I do I do it in different segments, right? To me, I can't take it all in at one time. I have to stay on the course for a little bit. Once I get it, that I can move on. So that's why the magazine is printed on a quarterly basis. So then when it's done on a quarterly basis, then you can regurgitate what's going on in this issue, and now you can ready to move on to the next issue. So that's why this issue, which is the one I just shown you, is all about mindset. Doing some mindset work, how to do it. Not only is there in there articles on mindset, but also you have a worksheet. You know, I believe into doing the work, and what way to do the work. It's in the magazine, and it's so neat that it's so. Let me see if I can find it. So here's your worksheet. And you talk about ways of you can live. How are you going to live beyond the 9 to 5? And it's not only for those women that are not only talking about women that are out of corporate, but it also helps women that are in corporate. Those are wanting to move up the corporate ladder, or those are women that are in their love job, but still want to do a little bit outside of the corporate world, and they don't know how. And they need support. And we're here for you. So the Vision Made magazine does it for you. Not only do you have the Vision Made magazine that does that, then the other connection is right here on the podcast. We meet here weekly. Yes, weekly. And actually, I got a little something brewing up. So I can't wait to, after I bring the team together and we talk about the vision that I have, I can't wait to tell you what it'll be. But be on the lookout for a flyer. But I wanted to let you know that there's more to come out of the podcast and more to come out of the magazine. It's so important for us to build each other, right? And grab each other up and let's move forward. So we talked about the mindset. Now the vision plan is sit down. Imagine what your success would look like, right? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just vision it. Do you see it? Do you feel it? If you feel it and you see it, you're there. Write it down. Now, if you don't see it, it's okay. We just need to do a little more deep diving. And then the deep diving I can help you with, right? But still, do you feel it? If you feel it, write it down. And write it down so detailed that you're going to do step 1. And step 1 is setting a goal. Setting a goal for a small goal, ladies and gentlemen, not a huge goal, a small goal. As you all know, I'm all about celebrating because today's win Wednesday. So what is your win? So setting those small goals and me celebrating your small goals here is one way for your cheerleader. Vision your success. Absolutely. Absolutely, Alicia. Sit down, get in tune into yourself. Breathe in, breathe out, and sit in a quiet space. I'm sitting in a quiet space now. And once you figure out, find and connect to your vision, now it's time to set, as even Elisa says it, set small goals. Because let's be honest, setting small goals set you up to achieve the big goal. And the big goal is all about you being successful. Now remember, success is all on you, not anybody else. And so this is number 3. Stop, ladies, comparing yourself to everybody. I have had to say this so many times, and I wanted to say it tonight. Do you know how many times I compared myself to other women that are doing powerful, amazing magazines? Then I had someone talk to me, and actually it was one of my mentors, was in my ear saying, do you not realize when you go in the grocery store, how many different variations of ice cream, how many different variations of bread there is throughout the grocery store, how many different types of orange juice, pop, everything. And then I was like, you're right. There's so many different variations. And then they came back to me, and I'm going to say to you, do you think that stopped them? That made me even think even more. So you have got to stop comparing yourself, because comparing yourself is part of that imposter syndrome that they can do it better and you can't, when that's not true. We all can do it. We all can get out here and do it so much better. And Elisa even says it here, stop comparing yourself to others. Just do it. Look at Nike. What do? They say, just do it. So get out here and just do what your vision is. Imagine yourself doing it. Write it down. As you have created your mini vision plan, create small goals. And I say small, weekly. If you can get it even down to daily goals. And that's what I do. I set daily goals because I love the pat on the back. I love to be my own cheerleader. And it's just it is so exciting to feel success, right? So set those small goals. Now, if you're having a hard time, and I get it, that you're having a hard time with setting the goals, or maybe this is just a lot, to digest and to take it in. I truly get that too. Then if that is you, drop it in the feed and say, Pam, I need to chat just to declutter my mind and get focused on my vision. I'm here for you. I will definitely connect with you, and we can sit down. We will talk a little bit about what is your what's next and what's holding you back from your what's next. Then we'll go down and we'll start doing a little bit more into creating, or even thinking about creating your vision plan, right? Be your own you have to be your own number one fan. So not only that have we talked about what success feels like, not only did we talk about, doing some mindset work, we also talked about getting in tune with yourself so you can create your own vision plan. Then 4 was setting small goals, right? Setting so small of goals that you're literally down to the day. Like I said, I do mine down to the day. Once I set my goals for the day and I've achieved them, then I can throw that paper away. Now, let me say this. I don't always reach my goal for the day. I normally have a carryover. And so that carryover goes over to the next day, and I work on that goal for the next day. So I just want you to know what success looks like, how to get there. I know it takes more than that, and we have so much, you will get to hear more on how to achieve success. But I want you to first and foremost understand that I wanted to bring together the two entities. I have the podcast and the magazine, and how they work together, and how success looks with those two entities, but knowing that they're still carrying their own voice and how they play a part in each other. So, there's support for you, not only here on the podcast, but in the magazine. So you have so much support for you to go after your what's next, right? So I want everyone, right, declutter your mind. You have to declutter your mind. You have to be ready for your success. and knowing that you don't have to do it by yourself. You have a tribe, and a tribe here is amazing, amazing group of women here. So with that being said, I wanted to stop here real quick, and I wanted to do a couple shout outs and a couple commercials. So tonight's show has been sponsored by several. The first one is sponsored by Hurt and Poet LLC. Lisa Hurt, actually, she is on right now. She is the CEO of Hurt and Poet LLC. Sorry. She is a content writer. Actually, she does the content writing for both of the platforms, What's Next podcast for women, as well as for the magazine. So if you're looking for a content writer that can write the content using your voice, but in the writing, Elisa is your woman. Elisa, if you're still on, please put your contact information in here. Also tonight's other sponsor is, Vision Made Magazine. We are all about empowering your what's next. And what perfect way to do it is through Vision Made. If you are looking for a place that you would like to advertise your services, drop them in the feed and let me know. We do have a little bit of advertisement space left for you to advertise your business. To let you know, the magazine does print on a quarterly basis. So I'm working on next quarter's issue right now. So if you would like more information on how you can get into Vision Made Magazine, drop a note down here or send me a text message or however you would like to communicate to me. And I definitely will be in connection with you. So I know everyone's like, well, what does it look like inside? So this is this issue that has just came out. I will give you a little tidbit or a little insight of it. Not only do we have the daily worksheet or your Vision Made worksheet, that's for you to do some work. How many of you are sitting at your desk and you'd be like, I wish I had me some power words to hang up, right, to get me through the day? Well, look no further. I have them. Right? Aren't they amazing? I have some power words. Hey, everybody. And thanks, Coach. You're welcome. So if you ever been in a place that you're like, man, I wish I could just cut me out some power words and place them somewhere. Well, in every issue, you will get a couple of power words that you can do whatever you want to do with them. May it be cut them out, put them on in your car. May it be you cut them out, and I have my vision board above right here next to me. May it be you want to cut them out and put them in your planner. Whatever you need to do to inspire and empower you to go after your what's next. The power words are in here for you. Not only do we have that, I have a couple ads in here. We have a couple ladies here that did a vision board. I have here ads for people have put in their ads, so I can show you. I do have ad space in here for you. So if this is something you would like to do, is to put your ad in the magazine. Again, drop it in the feed below. And then lastly, I've got to talk about the podcast. What's Next podcast for women is on a major large platforms. Podcast platforms around. So if you're looking to, or if you're like me who likes to listen to podcasts, you can catch What's Next podcast on Alexa. You can catch podcasts on Apple. You can catch it around quite a few large platforms. So if you're like me, you rather hear it, listen to it, check it out there. And with that being said, if you would like an ad to be placed on the podcast, drop it here in the feed, or better yet, you can even email me at what's next podcast and then the number 4 at gmail.com and just say, Pam, I would like some ad space on the podcast, and I will be in touch with you. So back to, what does success look like for me? And again, I talked a little bit about how I felt about it. Fear really set in, really did set in. Into one of my mentors talked in my ear and talked about, okay, go to the grocery store, which I did, and they asked me, well, what do you see? And I'm like, well, I see the breads, I see the different kinds of cookies, the different chips, pop. I mean, it was just a bit. And then they were like, okay, so do you think that stopped them from creating their product? And I'm like, no, you're right. You're just, and then she even went further. Okay, the tennis shoes, because my grandson loves tennis shoes. She's like, there's so many different brands of tennis shoes. Did that stop Nike, Adidas, everybody from going after their what's next? No. So I'm saying to you, let go of your comparison and you go after your what's next. We have room. God has made room for all of us to go after and use our gifts. So that's what I want you to do. So not only that, then I talked about how success looked for me. Then I talked about the mindset. Do some mindset. You hear it's quiet in here in my house? I sit like this every day because I want to get in tune with Pam. I want to get in tune with what's going on with Pam and not worry about what's the hustle and bustle around. Not only then, I also talked about creating a vision plan, right? Close your eyes. Now you've closed your eyes. Now, do you see yourself? Do you see yourself being successful? If you do, write it down. That is your success plan. Hi, Monica. Thank you for joining. It's great seeing you. Write it down. Your success plan is right there in front of you. I know. Listen, my support system, my cheerleaders, they can tell you I allowed a lot of the imposter syndrome, the fear, the 3 F's, fear, fault, and failure, to hold me back until finally I have so many coach and mentors saying, just do it. What is so wrong with you just doing it? And I did it. And so do I face the fear? Yeah, but you know what? Fear motivates me. Fear gets me to going, okay, let me think of the what's next and how am I going to get past it and then create what I have to create, right? So yes, I do face it, but that's how I do it. Actually, it fuels me. It doesn't scare me as it used to. It fuels me. I do face it every day. So then I'm not only doing that, after I've come to seeing my vision and I see it clearly every day, creating goals. Okay, everyone, small goals, not this huge goal. Look, I will tell you, and I know Monica could attest, Elisa, them all could attest to me that I'm going to do this big thing, and then I'll be like, oh, I can do it. And Monica used to always, you can do it, but make it small. So you guys make it so small that you're doing daily goals. Once you do daily goals and you're achieving them on a day-to-day basis, man, that big goal is so reachable. It is amazing. And guess what? Here on the platform, you have a place to celebrate your weekly goal. I ask everybody, what's your goal? What's your win for this week? And I would love to hear your win. If you're out there and you would like to come on for a little bit and talk, come on in. I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'd love for you to join. Yes, Monica, face it. Absolutely. Come on now, just face it. And it's, I'm going to tell you, it's hard. It is super hard, but you can do it. I did it and I'm doing it and I'm not going to stop. And I'm not going to allow fear to scare me away. I'm not going to allow failure to scare me away. I'm not. I'm going to face it. I'll talk. I have so many millions of women around, like talking to them about how I feel and how can I get past it, that there's no excuse for me to sit back and allow those two to stop me. So with that being said, creating the small daily goals is so powerful and so impactful, because once you throw away, who doesn't like me? I love color. I love to color code everything. So once I achieve my goal, I have highlighters in every color. I have pens in every color. So I'm telling you, once you mark them off in them different colors, you're like, okay, I got it. You do that every day. And once you do that every day and you start seeing it and it coming into a daily routine, you were like, okay, I got this. And you keep going forward. Small daily goals. You're such a wonderful business growth coach. Thank you. Live in what you coach. Oh my goodness. Without my coach, mentor, I promise you, ladies, you guys can do this. But take the pen and paper, highlight as you're accomplishing each goal. Once you have achieved those goals, throw that paper away. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not perfect in no means. So I do have things that will carry over to the next day. Guess what? I put on top of my list. Those are going to be the first things that I will accomplish tomorrow, work on the next day, tomorrow, probably. And then guess what? I work on the next goals. And I just keep doing that every day. And do I do this on the weekend? Absolutely. Absolutely. I plan what I'm going to talk about. I plan what I'm going to even envision what I'm going to do. Sunday is my day. I do it. I just do everything on that. And so let's see. Adrian says, I'm overwhelmed with all of the unexpected events in my life. I have problem prioritizing, but I'll try it. Adrian, I was there. And actually, what you're facing, I faced earlier. And what happened to me was I went into my shell because, again, the imposter syndrome set in, like saying I couldn't do it. But you can do it. You just take what you want, and we all have unexpected life goal. And I think there's a lot of unexpected events in life. You just have to learn to juggle them both. And guess what? You don't have to do it by yourself. Now, definitely you don't have to do it by yourself because I know you more, but you don't have to do it by yourself. You go out there and you tackle it. And guess what? You do it bit by bit. You just keep building on top of it, just write your list out and just do one thing on your list, just one or two things on your to-do list, the max. And once you did it, scratch it off. And guess what? Whatever's on your list, move it to the next day. And you keep doing that. I promise you, you'll feel relieved as you create small goals and quit worrying about the big goal. All it is about making that step and working towards your goal. Just do it, right? Just like Nike says, do it. She says baby steps. Absolutely. You got to start somewhere, because if you sit to 2021 will be gone. And then what are you going to do? And then you'll be like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you're at 2022. Then what are you going to do? Versus if you do something now, even recruit people to help you, even give some delegate. And delegating is hard for us women, but just do it. And delegation is hard. I'm going to be the first to say, man, that was hard for me to give a piece. But I was taught by my mentors, like, okay, so you're going to do this all by yourself? Okay, but you let me know how it goes. And then I would be so frustrated because I'm not even doing anything because I'm overwhelmed, when I then found out I can do it. Just do it with a little bit. Ask for help. Because you know what? Maybe what you're thinking is so huge that you can't be done, or maybe it doesn't need to be done. I mean, you can talk it through. There's nothing wrong with talking it through. You have the support. We're here for you. And then Elisa says, me too. Red is an emergency. Right. You do your red things and then done. And you just keep it moving. So just start doing it and start moving, and don't let your what ifs and I can't stop you, because that's where the imposter syndrome holds you back, and it will hold you back. And then you're at 2021, at the end of 2021, at the beginning of 2022, like, man, where did all the time go? When you could really have just spent a little bit of time, 5 minutes a day. If you give me 5 minutes, I can show you how to accomplish your goal. A goal, one of your goals, for your one daily goal, 5 minutes. And then you build up from there, but don't stop. And yeah, delegating is hard, but it is hard. But if you want your what's next, you have to learn to delegate. Bring your family in, talk about it, talk about it. If you need help, I'm here for you. Trust me, I'm here for you. Well, we're almost here. Right. And see, Monica's even telling you, Adrienne, you can do it. I believe in you. We all believe in you. You have this. I promise you do. You have to just move yourself aside and just go after it. Again, we're here for you. Real quick before I'm coming up on the almost to the end of the show, I always talk about the book that I'm reading. Okay, you guys, guess what? There is a new book and it's called Huddle. I was trying to find the lady's name. I will put it in the feed. Huddle. And actually, I heard. Okay, and again, I told you I am a a a Good Morning America type of. Oh, here it is. A Good Morning America type of buff. I guess a news buff or news geek. Okay, news geek. That's it. I only watch the CNN and things like that. But it so happened today. Gail had on a woman who had written the book Huddle, and it is all learning about how we create a huddle and we lean on each other. And the author of the book, she was a newscaster for NBC News, and she is now retiring, and she's going around the world teaching women about how to create a huddle, which I feel we have one here, and how do you lean on your huddle. And she had said, though, she had to go a little deeper, and this is why I wanted to talk with this, and then I'm gonna close it out. Do you have a huddle? And if you do have a huddle, why don't you? You know, it's hard for us to even be part of a huddle because we as women are very territorial or feel that someone will take away. Yeah, right. Exactly. Will take away what we have. And that's not true. Your true huddle has your support and has your back. So I'm getting ready to read that book, and I'm going to implement some of those processes here in the What's Next podcast for women, because this is our huddle. And we're going to come in here. We're going to empower each other. We're going to rock it together. 2021 is going to still be like no other, where we're not going to let it get us down. And I would even love if anybody would like to get the book Huddle and we talk about it. But I am going to start implementing, I'm going to read it and start implementing some of those practices here in the What's Next podcast for women, because I want to create a huddle that we can support each other, where we can lean on each other, good, bad, and ugly, but yet still come out on the other side. So I will drop it in the feed on Huddle, and I would love for us to even maybe we can even do I would love to do a book on the bookshelf, which is like us talking about the book, right? But let me know what you think of that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about, I'm definitely actually already have the book. I'm going to listen to it. I do a lot of audibles. Listen to Audible. So I definitely will be checking that out on my Audible. Already dropped it in the feed, already purchased the book today. So I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm going to definitely talk about Huddle. But maybe if you guys would like to read about it and we just talk about it, again, we can create a segment on Book on the Shelf, and that will be the book on the shelf we could talk about. But let me know what you think. Drop it in the feed, please. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Elisa, thank you. Yes, it is by Brooke Baldwin. She used to be a newscaster, and actually she was working for them for 12 years. And and let me say this, what sparked her to write the book was she noticed that there was a lot of women that were going around doing women empowerment protests, and was asking different women, are you part of a huddle? And they were like, no. And she was like, wanted to know why weren't they part of a huddle, or who is part of the huddle. So I'm definitely going to get that book. I'm going to read it. I'll probably get it in paperback because I love to highlight. We'll see. We'll figure it all out. But if you would like to be part of that and we talk about that book, let me know. I will definitely keep plugging it. We can talk about it. Part of the book on the bookshelf type of evening. Wow, you guys, I did this. This was fun. I missed you guys. I hope these tips has helped you on what success looks like. Oh yes, let's read it. Oh, Adrian, we're going to do it then, and I'll reach out to you. We can bring a couple ladies on, and we can here in StreamYard. We can bring a couple ladies on and even talk about the book. But yes, let's do it and sit down and just talk about Huddle and how it can impact us in our life and how we can implement it into our day to day lives. But everybody else, I would love to invite you to do this. I would love for us to bring, I don't know. Would it be crazy if I say 30 women onto the platform and we talk about it? I would love to do that. Talk about Huddle by Brooke Baldwin, and talk about how Huddle can impact us, because I feel that we here can create our own huddle and how we can create the huddle. Well, you guys, tonight was amazing. I had fun like I always do. I am so blessed to have you here, and I'm so blessed that you even stop and chatted with me for this time. This was amazing, and I feel so juvenated, and I'm so proud of you all for doing what you're doing and going after your what's next. May be big, may be small, but going after your what's next is so important and so impactful. Um, Elisa said, I will be there. Cool. But I want y'all all to know that you guys are all amazing. I'm so blessed that you all have been in here talking to me, that you all have been part doing. I like I like to be interactive. I love for the you guys to be part of this. So this was just great here. But I wanted to let you all know as I get off here, you ladies, please stop comparing yourselves to everyone around you. Tune out the noise on the left and the right, and stay focused in your lane. You all are so amazing, woman. You guys are doing some amazing work. And if no one has not told you today, you guys are rock. You guys rock. And you guys are amazing. And don't let no one else take that away. And don't let anyone tell you any different. So until next week, ladies, I can't wait. I actually have a guest on. I can't wait for you guys to see who it is when she comes in here, and she'll talk about her what's next and how she fit, what was her I can'ts and what is that she faced. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, if you would like to have a different topic that we can talk about that'll empower other women, that we can talk about in our huddle here at What's Next Podcast Women, let me know. I love to empower women around the world. But until next time, you guys are amazing. You rock. And ladies, mask up until we get over this COVID thing, because I want us to get together and have some fun. But until next week, everyone, same time, same place. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.